Hello, I'm Drive, Olivia Harris, a board-certified family medicine physician.
Let me ask you something before we begin. When did you last do any form of resistance training? Are you walking regularly? Good. Walking is genuinely valuable, but there is something walking simply cannot prevent. No matter how consistently you do it. The loss of muscle. And that loss of muscle is the single fastest way. Your body breaks down after 60. Today I want to tell you exactly why strength training is not optional after 60. Not as a suggestion, not as something to consider. As a medical necessity. Here is the fact that most people do not know. After age 60 you lose between 1 and 2% of your muscle mass every single year, if you do nothing to prevent it. By age 70 you may have lost 20 to 30% of your peak muscle. By age 80 that figure can reach 40%. This condition has a clinical name, sarcopenia, and the reason it is so dangerous goes far beyond simply feeling weaker. Muscle is not just a tool for lifting things. Muscle is the organ that protects your independence. Muscle is the organ that protects your life. The first consequence of muscle loss is falls. Falls in adults over 65 are not minor incidents. The World Health Organization identifies falls as one of the leading causes of injury-related death in adults over 60 worldwide. Research shows that hip fracture from a fall carries a mortality rate of approximately 20 to 30% within 1 year in older adults. 1 in 4 people who break a hip due to a fall will die within 12 months. And the single most effective intervention for preventing falls is strength training. Muscle is what keeps you balanced. Muscle is what catches you when you start to tip. Walking improves cardiovascular function, but it does not build the specific muscular strength that prevents falls. That requires resistance training. The second consequence is metabolic breakdown. Many people in their 60s and 70s tell me they are gaining weight without eating more than they used to. The reason is muscle loss. Muscle is the most metabolically active tissue in your body. It burns calories even at rest. When you lose muscle, your resting metabolic rate drops. A lower metabolic rate means the same food intake now creates a caloric surplus. That surplus becomes fat, and increased body fat elevates the risk of type 2 diabetes, hypertension and cardiovascular disease. Strength training reverses this cycle. Building muscle raises your metabolic rate. A higher metabolic rate means better weight management. A 2019 study in diabetes care found that resistance training improved blood sugar regulation in diabetic patients as effectively as aerobic exercise alone. The third consequence is bone deterioration. Most people believe calcium supplements are sufficient for bone health. They are not. Bone requires mechanical stress to maintain its density. Resistance training provides that stress. The physical load of lifting against resistance signals your bones to reinforce themselves with new bone tissue. A 2018 meta-analysis in Osteoporosis International found that resistance training produced statistically significant improvements in bone mineral density. The effect was particularly pronounced in postmenopausal women, the population at highest risk for osteoporosis-related fractures. Calcium supplementation combined with resistance training produces synergistic benefits that neither achieves alone. The fourth consequence is cognitive decline. This is the finding that surprises people most. Strength training prevents dementia. A 2020 study published in Neurology found that older adults who engaged in regular resistance training had significantly lower rates of Alzheimer's disease compared to those who did not. The mechanism involves a protein called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF. Resistance training dramatically increases BDNF production. BDNF protects existing brain cells and promotes the formation of new neural connections. In practical terms, strength training keeps your brain biologically younger. When you train your body, you are simultaneously training your brain. The fifth consequence is depression and social isolation. Many retirees experience a loss of energy, motivation and purpose after leaving the workforce. Strength training directly addresses the neurochemical side of this. Resistance exercise triggers the release of endorphins and serotonin, the same neurotransmitters that antidepressant medications target. A 2017 meta-analysis in JAMA Psychiatry found that resistance training produced significant reductions in depressive symptoms across multiple studies, and joining a gym or an exercise class puts you in contact with other people. Social connection is one of the most powerful predictors of healthy aging. One habit that improves your body, your brain and your social life simultaneously is genuinely rare. Strength training is that habit. How do you start if you have not done resistance training in years or ever? Do not be intimidated. You do not need a gym membership. You do not need barbells. Start with chair squats. Sit in a chair and stand up. Sit down. Stand up again. 10 repetitions. That is your starting point. Add wall push-ups. Add stair climbing. 2 to 3 sessions per week. 20 to 30 minutes per session. This is the minimum threshold recommended by the World Health Organization for senior strength training. The first 2 weeks will feel difficult. By week 4 you will notice a difference. By week 8 the difference will be undeniable. Research shows that adults in their 70s and 80s who begin resistance training still achieve meaningful increases in muscle mass within 12 weeks. It is never too late. Muscle responds to the stimulus of resistance at any age. I want to close with this. Your muscle is your independence. Muscle is what lets you get up off the floor if you fall. Muscle is what lets you carry your own groceries. Muscle is what lets you live in your own home on your own terms. The ability to do those things without asking for help is one of the most fundamental forms of human dignity available in later life. Strength training protects that dignity. Start today. Just one thing. 10 chair squats. Right now. That is how it begins.